Welcome to Cloud Solutions Podcast, where we simplify the world of cloud technology, one episode at a time.
All right, so we're ready for another deep dive, and this time...
generative AI on AWS.
Oh, that's right, generative AI, and we've got a whole stack of resources to dig into.
Yeah, looking beyond just like the hype of, creating content with AI, this is really about how AWS is giving you,
Control.
total control. Yeah, exactly, over the whole process.
The whole process from fine-tuning models, tailoring them to your specific needs, whatever your industry is. Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit. We've got this Amazon decision guide that breaks down their offerings into three main categories.
Right.
First up,
Amazon Q.
Amazon Q. Think of this as your on-demand AI workforce.
It's like having, a team of AI specialists just ready to tackle, whatever you need. Analyze data, explore content.
If I need to hit the ground running, no AI PhD required.
Exactly.
Amazon Q is my...
It's all about getting things done quickly, efficiently.
Okay.
And you've got two main flavors here. You've got Amazon Q Business, which is your go-to for general business tasks. And then you've got Amazon Q Developer, which is almost like having, an AWS expert on speed dial.
Okay, so Q Business would be for say I have, a mountain of market research. Can it help me summarize that?
Totally, yeah. Things like, answering questions from your company data.
Okay.
Generating different kinds of content, summarizing complex documents. It really is like a super-powered research assistant.
Got it.
Just at your fingertips.
And then Q Developer, that's more for navigating the AWS ecosystem itself, writing code, making sure everything runs smoothly, like having, a developer looking over your shoulder.
Exactly.
Okay, this is sounding seriously powerful.
Yeah.
Now, are there any specialized versions of Q for very specific tasks?
Totally. So you've got, for example, Q assistants that are designed for specific services like QuickSight. So this helps you make sense of business intelligence data. And you've also got things for Connect, which is, all about streamlining your customer service operations.
So it's like having custom-built AI teams tailored to different roles within an organization.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Okay, so Q, I'm sold if I need a ready-to-go solution. But what if I want to get under the hood and customize things? That's where
Amazon Bedrock
comes in.
That's right.
Okay, let's explore this playground a little bit. What makes Bedrock so special?
So first off, you're not limited to just one type of model.
Okay.
So you have access to a whole bunch of foundation models from some of the leading providers out there.
Okay.
So you got Anthropic, Cohere, even Meta. Plus, you get Amazon's own Titan models.
Okay.
So it really is like having, this all-star team of AI at your disposal.
It's like a one-stop shop for the best AI models out there.
That's right. But it's not just about having access to it. It's about what you can actually do with it.
Okay.
So Bedrock lets you fine-tune these models with your own data, which means that you can tailor them to your specific needs, your industry, whatever you're working with.
So instead of using a generic AI,
right,
I can create one that understands the nuances of my business.
Totally. So imagine training an AI on, your company's entire knowledge base. It could answer complex customer questions. It could draft personalized marketing campaigns. It could analyze internal documents for insights. The possibilities really are endless.
Now, that's what I call taking control.
Yeah.
But with all this power, how do I make sure my AI, stays on track? How do I make sure it doesn't go rogue?
That's where Bedrock's, what they call guardrails come in.
Okay.
So these allow you to kind of set boundaries, control the AI's behavior, make sure it stays within, specific parameters that you define. So you can prevent it from generating certain types of content, restrict access to sensitive data.
Okay.
You can even define its overall tone and style.
So it's like a safety net for my AI experiments. Make sure things don't go completely off the rails.
Exactly. Responsible AI development, ensuring that, your creations are aligned with your value.
I like that.
And your goals.
And what about feeding my AI even more information? Can I connect it to external data sources?
Absolutely. So Bedrock allows you to integrate external data sources using what they call knowledge bases.
Okay.
And this gives your AI access to this vast pool of information, making it even more knowledgeable, even more capable.
So if I'm in the healthcare industry, I could connect my AI to a medical database
Right.
and make it a super-powered medical assistant.
That's a great example, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It could analyze patient records, research medical literature, maybe even assist with diagnosis.
Okay, Bedrock is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
But with all these options, how do I actually navigate this? How do I actually experiment with all this?
Well, that's where Amazon Bedrock Studio comes in.
Okay.
So it's a visual, user-friendly interface.
That lets you experiment with all these Bedrock features without needing to be, a coding wizard.
Okay.
So think of it as your AI control center.
Got it.
Where you can build, test, refine your models.
Sounds like a must-have for anyone serious about creating custom AI solutions. But this is not for the faint of heart, is it?
No, I think you're right. This is for, people who are ready to roll up their sleeves, get creative with AI.
Yeah.
But what if you need even more control?
Okay.
What if you need the kind of control that lets you build models from the ground up? That's where
Amazon SageMaker.
Amazon SageMaker enters the picture.
All right, let's talk about SageMaker.
Yeah.
This is the big leagues.
Right.
This is for those who want ultimate flexibility and control over their AI.
Exactly. This is for the builders, the innovators, the ones who want to kind of push the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
So if Bedrock is like a playground, SageMaker is like...
It's like having your own AI laboratory.
Yeah, like my own AI laboratory. That's a great analogy.
But it sounds powerful, but also a bit intimidating.
Yeah.
Where do I even begin with SageMaker?
Don't worry. So SageMaker has resources for every level of expertise.
Okay.
So if you're just getting started, there's something called SageMaker Jumpstart.
Okay.
And this is your fast track to success. It's an ML hub with pre-built solutions. You've got example notebooks, and you have access to a whole range of foundation models.
So I can use Jumpstart to kind of get my feet wet, see what's possible.
Totally.
Before I kind of dive into the deep end.
It's like having a guide, to help you navigate the vast world of SageMaker.
Okay.
But if you are ready to build those custom models, then SageMaker Studio is your one-stop shop. It's a fully fledged IDE specifically designed for these machine learning workflows.
Okay.
Think of it as your AI command center, where you have all the tools you need to create, train, and deploy these really sophisticated AI models.
Okay, SageMaker is definitely for those who are serious about AI development. It sounds like the possibilities are truly limitless.
They really are, yeah.
Okay, this has been an incredible overview so far. We've gone from ready-to-go solutions with Q to the customization power of Bedrock.
Right.
And then the ultimate flexibility of SageMaker.
Yeah.
But with all these options, how do I know which path is right for me?
That's a great question.
Like, where do I even begin?
And it all comes down to understanding your needs, your resources and your goals. And luckily, we're going to delve deeper into that decision-making process in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay. All right. I can't wait to hear more about that.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into generative AI on AWS.
All right. So we've explored the landscape, the different services that AWS offers. But how do we actually use these services to achieve real-world results?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question.
Like, where do we begin?
And luckily, Amazon gives you a ton of resources to guide you along the way. So their decision guide doesn't just stop at, explaining what each service is.
Right.
It also delves into the how with, practical guidance, step-by-step instructions.
I like that no one wants to be left stranded with a powerful tool
Exactly.
that they don't know how to use.
So for Amazon Q, you've got clear instructions on how to get started with both, Q Business and Q Developer. Whether you prefer using, the AWS Management Console for like a visual approach or the command line interface if you're, a keyboard ninja.
Okay, so it caters to different learning styles and levels of comfort.
Totally. And beyond the initial setup, you're not left in the dark. They've got, comprehensive user guides, API references for both Q Business and Q Developer, packed with, in-depth information on how to customize and tailor Q to your specific needs.
It's like having a detailed instruction manual.
Exactly.
But for my AI workforce.
Exactly.
Now, if I'm looking for just a quick and easy introduction to Amazon Q, is there anything like that available?
Yeah, so there's actually a short introductory course available on AWS Skill Builder.
Oh, cool.
It's a great way to kind of get a high-level overview of the service and its capabilities.
Perfect for those who want to kind of dip their toes in the water before they dive in.
Now, let's say you're ready to, roll up your sleeves and start building with Q Business.
Okay.
So the guide provides a, detailed explanation of how it works, how to get started. Even includes a helpful tutorial on creating your first Q business application.
Oh, wow. So it's not just theory.
Right.
You actually get to build something.
Right.
See Q business in action.
Learning by doing.
Yeah.
Often the most effective way
Wow.
to grasp a new tool.
And what if I'm thinking about, building secure and private enterprise applications with Q business?
Yeah, so security is always top of mind for businesses, right?
Absolutely.
So there's actually a dedicated blog post that walks you through the process of, combining Q business with AWS IAM Identity Center to create, really robust and secure generative AI applications.
So you can harness the power of Q business while maintaining the highest levels of security.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now let's switch gears a little bit to Q developer. So the guide follows a similar structure, provides a clear explanation of the service, how it works, how to get started.
Makes sense. Consistency is key when you're navigating a new platform.
Yeah, but beyond the basics, the guide goes a step further and actually highlights key tasks you can accomplish with Q developer.
So instead of just listing features, it shows you how those features can actually translate into real-world results.
Exactly. It's like a showcase of Q developer's superpowers, giving you that tangible sense of what it can do.
Okay.
Now, if you're hungry for even more Q developer knowledge, there's a whole treasure trove waiting for you at the Amazon Q Developer Center.
Okay.
Articles, blog posts, videos, tips, you name it, they've got it.
It sounds like a one-stop shop for all things Q developer.
It really is.
Okay. All right, let's move on to Amazon Bedrock.
Okay.
Now, remember, this is where we get more flexibility, more customization options.
That's right. So the guide kicks things off with a really comprehensive overview of Bedrock, explaining what it is, how it works, and how to use it to access that diverse range of, foundation models we talked about earlier.
Bedrock is all about choice. You get to pick and choose the best models for your needs.
And the guide doesn't just leave you hanging with this list of models. It actually includes a really helpful FAQ section that addresses all sorts of common questions that you might have about Bedrock, covering everything from agents to security, software development kits, even billing.
So it's like a Bedrock survival guide.
Exactly.
Right.
Addressing all the practical questions you might have.
Okay, now if I'm looking for like a concrete example of how Bedrock can be used, does the guide provide anything like that?
Yeah, so the guide actually provides a really detailed solution on how to generate product descriptions using Bedrock. So it walked you through the process of, automating those product review and approval workflows for things like, e-commerce marketplaces or retail websites.
That's a use case that's going to resonate with a lot of businesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Automating content creation, huge time saver.
Absolutely.
Okay, and remember Bedrock Studio, that visual interface. That we were talking about.
So the guide explains how you can use Bedrock Studio to prototype generative AI applications without needing, a complex development environment. It even includes a blog post that kind of dives deeper into Bedrock Studio's features and highlights how you can use it to build, evaluate, and even share your generative AI creations.
It's like a playground for your AI experiments, but with a really user-friendly interface.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And if you want to take your experimentation to the next level, the guide explains how to use what they call the build mode within Bedrock Studio. So this lets you create prototype applications that leverage, Bedrock's models and features, and even experiment with some more advanced functionalities, like, for example, setting inference parameters, which aren't available in the Explore mode playground.
Got it. So you can start simple and gradually unlock more advanced features as you gain confidence.
Now, we can't forget about Amazon SageMaker. So the guide gives a really comprehensive overview of this powerful machine learning service, explaining how you can use it to build, train, and deploy machine learning models at scale.
SageMaker is where the real magic happens.
It really is. So the guide walks you through the process of, joining an Amazon SageMaker domain, which gives you access to SageMaker Studio and RStudio. And it also provides guidance on, how to get started with SageMaker Jumpstart.
Okay, now we talked about Jumpstart earlier, but remind me what makes it so special.
Yeah, so it's like a shortcut to AI success, right? It's an ML hub that offers, pre-built solutions, example notebooks, and you have access to this wide range of foundation models.
Perfect for beginners who want to explore the possibilities
Exactly.
before they, dive into the deep end of custom model building.
Totally. And finally, the guide also covers
Mm-hmm.
Amazon Titan.
Okay.
So this is Amazon's own suite of foundation models.
Okay, so this is like Amazon's homegrown AI powerhouse.
You could say that.
Okay.
So the guide gives you an overview of the different Titan models available, highlighting their capabilities, potential use cases. It even includes a blog post that demonstrates how to use the Amazon Titan multimodal embeddings model for cost-effective document classification, and another one that walks you through building generative AI applications using Amazon Titan Text Premier, Amazon Bedrock, and AWS CDK.
It sounds like Titan is ready to tackle some serious, real-world challenges.
It definitely is.
Okay, so this use section of the guide
Yeah.
is packed with so much practical guidance.
Yeah, exactly.
So many resources. It's like having a personal AI consultant at my fingertips.
Right there with you.
Guiding me every step of the way.
Every step of the way.
This has been incredibly insightful.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling there's even more to discover.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Like, where do we go from here?
So the guide also includes what they call an explore section.
Okay.
And this points you to even more resources. So architecture diagrams, white papers, and even pre-built AWS solutions for common use cases.
So this is like a treasure trove of information.
It is.
For anyone looking to go beyond the basics. All right, so we've talked about how to use these services. But what about the foundation models themselves? Like, what kind of insight does the guide offer into that world?
So the guide dedicates an entire resources section to, public foundation models.
Okay.
So it provides this list of supported models, including, the big names out there like Anthropic Claude, Cohere Command and Embed, AI21 Labs, Jurassic, Mitalama, Mistral AI, Stable Diffusion XL, and of course, Amazon's own Titan.
Okay, it's like a who's who of the foundation model world.
It really is. And the guide emphasizes that you can use, Amazon Bedrock, Amazon SageMaker to experiment with these various foundation models, even customize them with your own data.
Right.
So it's all about finding the right model for your needs and then tailoring it to your specific use case.
That's the beauty of AWS.
Exactly.
It gives you that flexibility and control to create truly unique AI solutions.
And if you're looking for a fun and easy way to, kind of get your hands dirty with generative AI, the guide mentions this playground called Party Rock.
Party Rock.
Yeah. So it's this hands-on environment where you can experiment with prompt engineering. See how different prompts influence the AI's output.
Okay, it sounds like a great way to learn by doing and get a feel for how these models work.
It is.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. From understanding the basics of generative AI to exploring the practical applications, the resources available on AWS. This has been an incredible journey so far.
Yeah.
I'm eager to see what else we can uncover.
Where do we go from here? Well, now that we have a solid understanding of the, the foundational concepts, the practical tools, I think it's time to shift our focus to the future of generative AI.
Okay, future AI.
What trends are emerging, what challenges lie ahead, and, what exciting possibilities are on the horizon.
Okay, can't wait to hear about that.
So stay tuned for the final part of our deep dive where we'll explore the future of this, transformative technology and discuss what it means for you and your business.
Okay, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive into generative AI on AWS.
It's been a pretty incredible journey, hasn't it?
It really has. We've gone from, understanding the different services AWS offers to getting our hands dirty with the practical guidance, the resources.
Amazon Q, Bedrock, SageMaker, Titan.
The whole shebang.
Yeah, the whole shebang.
But now I want to look ahead, like what's next for generative AI on AWS? Where is this technology going?
I think that's the question that everyone's asking.
Yeah.
It's really exciting to think about all the possibilities.
So what trends are you seeing emerge in this space?
Well, one thing that's becoming clear is that generative AI is becoming increasingly accessible.
Okay.
Tools like Amazon Q are making it easier than ever for businesses of all sizes to leverage this technology, even if they don't have, a team of AI experts.
Really, that's a game changer because it levels the playing field.
It does.
And it allows smaller companies to compete with the big guys.
Exactly. And as more businesses adopt generative AI, I think we're going to see this surge of innovation. Think, new products, new services, new business models that we can't even imagine yet.
It's like the Wild West of AI.
It really is.
Anything is possible.
Another trend that we're seeing is the growing importance of customization.
Okay.
So businesses don't want, just generic AI solutions anymore.
Right.
They want AI that's tailored to their specific needs, to their specific industry.
So that's where services like Amazon Bedrock come in, with its ability to fine-tune those models.
Exactly.
And incorporate external data.
Yeah, we're kind of moving away from this one-size-fits-all approach to AI and toward this world where businesses can create these unique AI solutions that give them a competitive edge.
So the future is all about personalization.
It's a big part of it, yeah.
And creating AI that truly understands your business.
And I think we're also going to see a lot of progress in the area of what we call multimodality.
Multimodality, what does that mean?
So this refers to AI models that can work with, different types of data.
Okay.
Text, images, audio, video, all at the same time.
So instead of having separate AI for each of those data types,
right,
you could have one AI that understands it all.
That's the idea.
Okay.
This opens up so many possibilities for applications. Think, content creation, search, even customer service.
Well, imagine an AI that can, analyze a video, understand the spoken words, and then generate a written summary of the key points.
That's the kind of power that we're talking about. And, with Amazon's investment in these multimodal models, like Titan multimodal embeddings, I think we're going to see some incredible breakthroughs in this area.
This is all very exciting, but I'm curious about the challenges. What are some of the hurdles that we need to overcome as generative AI continues to evolve?
Well, I think one of the biggest challenges is ensuring, responsible AI development. So as this technology becomes more powerful, it's crucial that we use it ethically and thoughtfully.
It's not just about what we can do,
but
what we should do.
Exactly. Yeah. We need to think about the potential impact of our AI creations on society and make sure we're not creating solutions that are, biased or discriminatory or harmful.
And how do we make sure that that happens?
Well, I think it starts with education and awareness.
Okay.
So developers, businesses, policymakers, they all need to understand the ethical implications of AI and work together to establish, guidelines and best practices.
So it's a collaborative effort to ensure that AI is used for good.
Absolutely. And we also need to be proactive in addressing, potential risks.
Okay.
Things like deep fakes, the spread of misinformation. These are serious concerns that we need to be prepared for.
It's like a race against time.
In a way.
Against those who would use this for malicious purposes.
We need to develop, robust safeguards and detection mechanisms to mitigate these risks.
So the future of generative AI is not without its challenges. But it sounds like there are people working hard to address these concerns.
There definitely are. And I believe that with the right approach, we can harness the power of generative AI for the benefit of humanity.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
Into the world of generative AI on AWS. We've explored the what, the how, the why. We've even looked into the future.
Yeah, and hopefully you feel empowered to start exploring this technology and see how it can transform your business.
It's been an amazing journey.
It has.
I'm sure you're as excited as I am to see what the future holds for generative AI.
It's going to be an incredible ride.
And with that, we've reached the end of our deep dive. Thank you for listening.